One of the greatest bleeds of energy is inauthenticity. The word authentic has become almost meaningless. It's thrown around all the time. But what do we really mean when we talk about living authentically? When you live authentically, you have an increased sense of aliveness. It can be said that when you live authentically, you say what you mean and you mean what you say. There's congruence in your being. You're not bleeding or leaking energy as you try to contort yourself into something. An authentic life is a life filled and fueled by aliveness. See, most human beings are walking on the planet in a really contorted existence. Very few human beings are speaking clearly and authentically around what they really need, what they really mean, what they really want, and then are surprised when they don't get more of what they need, they mean, or they want. So my desire for you is to become someone that both lives authentically, which first, of course, requires that you understand what drives you, what moves you. I want you to have an experience of authenticity, of aliveness, of freedom, of clarity, of power, of purpose, of focus. And in order to do that, you have to live congruently. So say what you mean and mean what you say. I recently received a Slack message from a team member, and they made a request for an accommodation in our work environment. And my spidey sense, my intuition could sense that there was an inauthenticity in the request that was being made. As I dug in on this request with this person, it turned out that they had a series of judgments. And rather than taking responsibility for expressing their judgments, or rather than taking responsibility for managing their judgments, they tried to work around their judgments and ask for an accommodation. See, when you become more attuned to authenticity, you start to sense inauthenticity in all of your interactions. For me, that's one of my great gifts. I want to be in relationship with people who are honest and authentic, first and foremost with themselves, and then honest and authentic in their relationships. We can create such potent outcomes when we are not having to navigate the muddy waters of inauthenticity. Get honest with yourself. If you can't be honest with yourself, you'll never be honest with another human being. If you notice that you are being run by your judgments, your critiques, start to see if you're making your judgments someone else's problem. If you're doing that, you'll start to get sneaky. You'll be inauthentic around what you're wanting, and you'll masquerade to get what you want, and it will be caught, or you will not get what you want, because human beings we're not attracted to. I don't want to give you more of what you want when you're being bullshitty around what you want. So if you want to get more of what you want, live an authentic existence. If you want to create the outcomes that you deeply desire, get integrous around your word. Say what you mean what you say. Stop beating around and swirling around and, manipulating what you really mean. And then just check. Are you projecting your judgments? Are you projecting your criticisms on someone else and expecting them to be responsible for your little nonsense? You are deserved of an alive and authentic life. You are deserved of being fully expressed, and you are ultimately responsible for creating that for yourself. Don't sweat the small stuff. Give your energy to that which really matters and get more of what you want. Stop suffering and stop making other people your problem. You are a powerful creator, and you really can get what you want when you're willing to take responsibility for it and you stop focusing on the nonsense.